This is Mark Carrillo. Rate integrity are words many radio salespeople toss around. John Mitton might as well have it tattooed on his forehead. A hustler and a go-getter, he managed a number of things in Texas radio, but his most famous first had to be this: being the first radio sales rep in Houston to command a $1,000 rate for a 60-second ad on Sunny 99.1. Well, somebody had to do it. Abilene is a long way from Houston, but in 1973, that is where John began his love affair with radio while attending college at ACU. He spread the good word on Christian station KCAD2 before taking a side trip into TV in Corpus Christi. 10 years as the director of Action News was all he could take, and in 1987, he was on his way to Houston, where he entered the realm of sales at the low-powered classical music station, K-Arts. Their audience was small but affluent. John recognized their buying power, and it was off to the races. You wouldn't think that the consumers of Beethoven and Brahms would shop at Fiesta or Sound Warehouse, but John made that happen and made them pay for the privilege. After just a year, John was recruited by powerhouse KRBE to join their sales ranks, and it was there that his recruitment radio concept took shape. It eventually would define his career. Yes, John ran creative, compelling want ads for small companies, specialty groups, and corporate clients too. In 1990, the iconic KIKK lured John away from pop radio, and with his ideas helped the country giant become a $1 million biller month in, month out, year in, year out. When Kick sold to Westinghouse, he joined KODA, which was on its way to becoming the market ratings leader. John helped make it the revenue leader. But after a while, John's job recruitment radio concept morphed into something he needed to manage every day, all day. And that is when Mitton Media became top priority. Today, from his offices in fashionable Fort Bend County, John still has an impressive list of clients, super serving their needs and showing those with money and imagination that radio still works. He created jobs, created better radio commercials, and cultivated lifetime business relationships as well. John is here with his family, friends, and former co-workers as he accepts this prestigious honor. It is my privilege to induct John Mitton into the Texas Radio Hall of Fame.
Speech. I usually don't wear a cowboy hat indoors, but Double Diamond was with me through all those years at Kicker. And so all the Kicker fans out there, it's still here today. Start with thank you to Daryl Hawley for his nomination, Chuck Wolf for helping get the word out. A couple of longtime friends that have come in to support, Mark McMillan and his wife Jenna. Mark had a 35-year career in radio. He used to be with The Mix and The Box in Houston, and then Shauna Reinhardt, a longtime co-conspirator. Thank you for being here. It all started out at K-Arts. I had been a tour caddy on the LPGA. I was trying to get a broadcast sales job. I came in, George Stote said, "You don't have a lick of sales experience, but you were a tour caddy, which tells me three things about you. You're good with people, you're wonderful under pressure, and you pay attention to detail. And listen to me, selling a 3,000-watt classical music radio station in the Houston radio market, you're going to need all those skills and a whole lot more." Then I moved to KRBE with Sandy Gamlin and Fred Epstein. Halfway through the first interview, Sandy pops his head through the door. "How's it going?" "Well, John, tell Sandy where you grew up." "Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada." "Sandy, tell John where you were born." "Moncton, New Brunswick." So I'll just hire him, friends. If it doesn't work out, we can fire him later. Welcome to big time radio, right? And it was there, I went to Fran and said, "I gotta make some money. Nobody's putting job ads on the radio. Can I try?" And she said, "Go for it." Life changed. Because then I went to a little country station called KIKK. AM and FM. I thought I had died and gone to heaven. Half the salespeople had sailboats. Most of them drove new cars or trucks. We all had our own individual offices. it was Callie Simpson and Linda and her team promoting the heck out of everything, but I thought my career ended before it began when one day Ray Russell said, come here, tell me about this Father's Day promotion you did. Well, it was stop by and at this furniture store, register to win a man cave full of furniture. And then win trip to the All-Star game. He said, yeah. Somebody at the Astros heard the spot and turned us in, and we're being sued by Major League Baseball for the unauthorized use of All-Star. And right then in my head, I'm gone, I'm out of here. And Ray said, but fortunately we know somebody in Major League Baseball, so we've negotiated a fine of $2,000. So how much was the order? $48,000. Okay, $48,000, $2,000, go and sin no more. Okay. And then I was part of the Great Migration of 1992. And I went over to Sunny 99 with Dusty Black, who many of you know, one of the best general managers you'll run into, and Frank Carter, great salesperson. Lots of Dusty stories, but one favorite is Frank and I were decent golfers back then. We had our own little golf team, and after a tournament, Dusty calls us in and said, let me get this straight. You guys played in the tournament yesterday? Yes. And you won, right? So you got the trophies? Yes. And John, you got a hole-in-one and won that Pontiac Grand Am? Right. He said, okay, and I paid $2,000 for you guys to go to that tournament, and I end up with this handsome golf shirt and a koozie. Anyway, he said, I just want to make sure I was clarified. And then one day my wife said, nobody else is putting job ads on the radio, let's try it. So we did. 20 years later, we're still doing it. So, you know, I want to thank Chris Laddle and the late Roger Dodson of the RV were so instrumental in the transitional years, and, you know, Liz saying, let's do it, let's try it. I want to thank her for her support. Our kids, we've got Logan and Maggie. Maggie's here today. We refer to them as our homegrown voice talent. And Maggie has worked for us for a lot of years as a senior media buyer planner, and she kept the radio circle going by marrying Ryan Chambers, son of Steve Chambers, who some of you may remember from Houston radio days. And Maggie's son, my 6-year-old grandson, just completed voice work on his 5th Waste Management National Radio Recruitment commercial. So the legacy is complete, and I want to thank radio for helping us find so many people, thousands of jobs all across the country, but especially in Texas, and it's quite an honor to join you today. And I was so happy to join Scott Sparks, who just started KRBE on air as I was leaving. He is the Dorian Gray of the business, and Daryl and Chuck and Linda, and just thank you, Texas Radio, for giving my life purpose.